Amigos, he jugado el evento, pero estuve farmeando un objeto, nada más. ¿Qué tal si ahora hacemos algo diferente? Voy a cometer una misión legendaria. El nombre es... No, ese no es. Una sombra de antaño. No sé dónde tengo que ir, pero... ¿Qué? ¿Tengo que ir ahí? ¿Cómo miércoles quieres que vaya por allá? ¿Cómo quieres que vaya por allá? ¿En serio? ¿Una sombra de antaño quieres que vaya por ahí? What the fuck? El arca de la perla. Ah, lol, tengo que ir allá. Perrito. Güey, ¿cómo quieres que llegue allá? No voy a llegar nadando, ¿sí? Tengo que ir allá. ¿Cómo? ¿Y bro? No sé cómo voy a llegar, pero tengo que llegar, ¿no? No creo que ni planeando llegue, ¿ah? ¿Qué te quieres esa isla? Ah, te quiero ir. Ah, tengo que subir todo esto. No. ¿Llego? No, no, más arriba. Ya, supongo que ahora sí ya voy a llegar, ¿no? Me imagino, ¿no? Espérate. Por seguridad. Un poquito de altura. Jerónimo. Si llego es por suerte. Acá hay un mesojeo. Llegué. ¡Un cofre!
I'll keep this close.
Aquí no puedo subir. Ya Baco de la Perla. Solo vine a ver. ¿Cuál es la regla? Nada muy simple y directo. Los invitados solo pueden entrar aquí con una invitación. Aquellos que rompen la regla, aun conociendo, son delincuentes con allá. Ok, entendido. Ok, ¿y qué tengo que hacer? Dice. Que hable con... ¿Que tocar con otras personas? Amen. Vale. No, no es él. ¡Oh, está él!
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a traveler. We were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This,
Claro.
good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views.
No creo que alguien sepa la historia del rey Geo mejor que él.
We are discussing the whereabouts of the first
First Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Tu.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that, for example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Li...
Oh, no. My research indicates that Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. That is, that the Lord of Geo used...
Dagger and a sword.
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst. The world's first Mora is probably just...
I think that...
No, I am not debating.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
En realidad él
I
es...
know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag.
But, well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to...
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Oh,
Como si estuviera contando la historia de otra persona.
I mean, I am talking about...
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat?
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us?
¿Quién yo?
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go.
Comenzamos el acto, muy bien. ¿Y dónde tengo que ir ahorita? Tengo que buscarlos, ¿no? Pero antes... ¿hay un cofre o algo para mí?
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo are
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to...
What? No way.
This bit of history is a long story.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
Te ves un poco incómodo, Shonji.
No, it's just... Where should I begin?
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you.
Ah, so you're over here all this time.
¿Qué es lo que quieres? Habla.
Turn your weapon and stay back. Otherwise,
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological...
the Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here. The results of which, I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
Creo que tengo que tener cuidado.
Since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant...
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then...
Wait, if you were studying archaeology, can I go too?
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too.
En realidad no sé nada de
This
arqueología, así que...
experience may be of help to you on your future adventure. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt...
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by...
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Ay, 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 ya
That is
empezamos.
quite enticing. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, an ancient artifact would be good.
Ok. Antes de irnos, quiero ver que... Ya. Esto está por acá. Está arriba.
Life is short, so eat
Puede estar.
and be merry.
Espérate. Aquí hay algo que me está fastidiando mucho, mucho. Está por allá. No, me cayó otra vez, rayos. Tiene que estar por... Tiene que estar por ahí. Y con la miércoles. Salto luego. Un cofre mío.
I'll keep this close.
Yo voy a llegar a un 45, nada mala. Ahí está, lo he visto, 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 lo he visto. Lo he visto, 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 lo he visto. Ya cruzó. Ya subí, ya. Mío. Al fin. Vaya, cofres escondidos, rayos. Ya agarré el cofre de acá acostado. Agarré de acá también, no. No hay nada más, ¿verdad? Ajá, vale la pena revisar.
Is this an answer from this world?
¿Y ahora dónde tengo que ir? Ah, lol, tengo que ir allá. El despertar del vórtice. Muy bien, y aquí estoy.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we...
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks...
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be. If you wish to learn it, legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here. Piercing and after many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago, but due to the different angles they landed at, they're large centers of mass, erosion by seawater. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears...
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly...
Indeed. This is where most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, rich with archaeological knowledge and his. Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be.
Okay then. I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in...
Me?
Sí,
What's the
tú.
matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or... The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Dice que no inventar, siempre me confundo. Muy bien, lo quiero ya, ¿no? Pero esto me servirá para mí.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Stand clear.
One with my blade.
Duro ese combo. Nada más para mí. Por allá. Hola.
Stand clear.
Forth my blade. Submit for judgment to dust.
Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your fate.
From whence you came.
Tú que miras muy.
No, my
¿Ve? Me quedé con ellos.
rain cutter.
Muerto. Y no me dan nada de objetos.
Why are there enemies here?
Man,
Guyan
qué
Stone
normal.
Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Podía cocinar, pero no puedo cocinar nada. ¿Tenía con esa piedra? Aquí hay algo.
A touch of frost.
Pensé que era un gigante de ruina. Por eso mismo.
Gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That
Ah,
will
estoy de
certainly
Oceanía.
the hydromimic monsters. I have a contract and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them and recover the relic.
Yeah! Quake! Forth my blade. From whence you came.
¿Qué hace aquí los restos de Oceanía?
Swift and merciful.
Stand clear.
Terra smash. for judgment. After all that training.
Debí traerme a alguien
I let my guard
eléctrico.
Yeah. Dust. Terra smash.
Debí traerme a alguien eléctrico, en serio. Creo que ya vamos a usar pero como alguien eléctrico. El problema es que no tengo a nadie fuerte.
But how? Fourth, my blade.
Ese era mi entrenamiento
It's just a
antioceania.
stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Mío.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize.
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard.
Stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, I mean, experience, to find anything valuable to take back.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange?
Es un poco
And
extraño.
you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the...
I mean, isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the... Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right?
So, it's only valuable for research if they're...
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about culture and belief. But you? You're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
No, quiero ese trigo con las arqueologías.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you...
Ah, I see. What a shame.
See? You do want to sell these objects.
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual... All right then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather...
Me lo suponía. No me digas que tengo que volver otra vez. Ruina bajo llave. No, tengo que ir ahí. Tengo que ir ahí, en serio. What the fuck? Oye, ¿por qué estamos abajo? Bien, ¿qué tengo que hacer acá? Tengo que buscarte, ¿no? Comienzas.
touch of frost.
Al menos me dará algo de recursos. Oh sí, ven con papá.
Animal test 63.
One with my blade.
Enhanced animal module 75.
From
Ay,
whence you
verga.
came. Swift and merciful.
Rain cutter. Rain outlines your fate.
Spirit blade. Attack.
Oh,
Forth my blade.
congeladito. Quédate quieto. Oye, quédate quieto, ¿sí? Me haces un favor, quédate quieto.
Let me weave you a verse.
Muerto, muerto, papu, muerto. Quedó congeladito, ¿qué más quieres? Ajá, mío. Todo lo que hago para conseguir protogemas, en serio. Suelta, Jerónimo. Ah, sí, aquí fue de la vez pasada que no podía hacer nada. Estaba sellado acá.
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the god of Salt's people. They're...
According to legend, the people of the god of salt have but this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean...
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the god of salt, which is actually... However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. No, but I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but... So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the god of salt.
¿Tiene relación con
I
los
don't
lápiz?
know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to... The god of salt was a benevolent god, adored... So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very...
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of G...
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of...
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside...
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little...
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli...
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Well, let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so.
Eso quiere decir que... Tengo que... ¿What? Según la llave me dice, ¿no? Que no haya sido invitado todavía, dice. ¿Tengo que ir allá?
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
Busca un lugar donde ver la imagen formada de las reliquias. Ah, te refieres así. Ya.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
Otro mecanismo.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think when I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments?
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always...
I think I've heard the saying.
Certainly you have. And the content to provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the ark at that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing them, and that haven she eventually found is right here.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was...
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened...
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Que ilumine las pistas. ¿Cómo quieren que los ilumines? ¡Lul!
Submit for judgment.
¡Ve! ¿De quién es Ático? Activar el barco.
Absorption test. Swirl, Mark 2.
Ilumínelas. Ah, dicho yo tenía que tener el fuerza elemental. Tengo que tener a alguien eléctrico. ¡Rayos! Ah, usamos a Lisa. Ya pillé la persona que no tenga nada de eléctrico, en serio. Ah, pensé por usar Lisa.
Here, let me help.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Sur. Este. Oeste. Y norte, ¿no?
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Yo estoy en el... Vale, entonces... Este es el norte. Este es el sur. El este. el oeste, el norte.
Tianheng in the south,
Rayos.
Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Jingze in the north. The directions are the clue. Give it another try.
Ahora falta es que sea al revés. A ver, no, este es, ya, a ver, este es el sur, ya, este es el sur. A ver, este es el este, y ahora sí, el este. El oeste. El norte. Sí.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth lost to time.
Quiero ir nadando. Dime que llego, por favor, llega. ¡Ih! No, me queda poco. Llegué. Aquí allá abajo.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you to agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Yo tampoco te voy a ni objeto.
Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easy.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with the...
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left by...
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your you will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then.
Oh, ok, esto se puso interesante. ¿Qué hay acá abajo? Después de mucho tiempo que quería ver acá y al final puedo saber qué hay acá. Un tesoro.
Unexpected, but welcome.
Flor. Nada. Uy, genial. No me lo creo. Aunque sea correr todos los cursos. Dije tesoros. No, que no agarrara materiales. Los moría.
My blade. From whence you came. A touch of frost.
Mejor me agarro las cosas que quiero. Y estaré tranquilo. Vámonos. Hay muchas rocas para mí. Ahí más arriba. Una flor. Flor dorada. Mío, me había escondido.
Objects like this may prove useful when purging evil
Bien
spirits.
escondido estaba. A ver. Hielo. Lápiz. Es una muy buena fuente de materiales, en serio. Porque siempre se quiere meter. Hay un cofre, algo, no hay nada. Flores. Hay un cofre. Hay un cofre allá. Lo he visto. Lo he visto. Espérate, 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 espérate.
Unexpected, but welcome.
¿Aquí hay algo? No hay nada, solamente hay una rica. Wow, ¿qué es esto? A ver. ¡Ey! Mira esto. Geo. Tengo un elemento Geo. Perfecto, vamos. Tengo justo legendario con Geo. Vamos a empezar. ¡Oh! Tengo él, genial.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
¡Wow! Mira, si me sale a él, acá. Si me sale a él en el juego show acá.
Quake!
Cáliz. ¿Ese cáliz?
Look at this!
It just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only...
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt.
Finally. After all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags.
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt for such...
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth...
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to...
Then let's move on, shall we?
Bueno. Un cáliz con mucha sal. Pero, cierto, ¿por qué estará suplicando? Como si algo los hubiera convertido en sal, ¿no?
Quick! Terra Smash!
Crumble!
Segundo,
Attach
sí.
a frost! Spirit Blade! Attack!
No caso. De que me salga él en serio, que me sale el bacán. What the fuck, a ver los ataques principales. Ah. No, ¿en serio? Ah, no me lo creo. Ah, pero es que...
Solidify!
¿Puedo hacer esto? No, no funciona. No funciona. ¿Qué puedo hacer? ¿Cómo puedo poner ahora un monstruito o algo? No tengo nada. Ay, papu. Así funcionó, what the fuck. Es que este güey sigue vivo, en serio.
Rise!
¡Me caí! ¿Ahora sí o qué? Ah.
Solidify!
Ahora sí. ¿Oye eso? ¿Una espada?
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth...
This, if I remember correctly,
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt. Much like a rock. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to...
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. What? And this girl has been useless! Why would she get anything?
Oh boy. Here we go again.
No eres el más indicado para hablar de gente inútil.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the...
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath.
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snej...
Will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Traidor.
One with my blade.
Ven acá.
6308.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Traidor. Ven acá. Tere papilla.
Quake! Crumble! Rise!
Ahí sí, ¿no?
I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin.
Oh, darn you! Just you...
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long.
Espero que nunca seas tan codicioso como el Paimon.
Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Sí, comes mucho.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, when people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this.
why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in, I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talent. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Ahora que lo dices, nunca has dicho... Rigeo.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Leah had...
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. We hate him! But this is Morax's Leah after all, so I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty... We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this hit.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Leo is no longer Morax. Come with me. All the answers you seek.
Bueno. Hay más tesoros por acá. En serio, esto buenazo.
Terra Smash!
Quake!
Ajá. Oh. Fuego con viento.
Absorption test. Animal hypostasis emulation.
¿Qué es el video especial? What the fuck eso?
Crumble! Quake! Rise!
Submit for judgment! Swift and merciful!
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Order got
¿Qué hace?
you.
Ah, la sacó un meteorito. What the fuck? ¿Y eso?
This is... a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back! The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the salt chap. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power...
It does look like something left behind after beat.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is not...
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed,
Claro.
then
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be no matter what. I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't...
So you are already decided?
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh?
¿De
The
verdad?
truth? You mean the truth is my...
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you am. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning but Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start. However, during such a long war, after making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her...
No!
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to...
Not even a single blade? Then...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt.
Con razón, el arma homicida.
That's not true. That can't be true.
As I said before.
Son los hechos.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax. Don't try to trick...
Sí que fue el arma asesina. Creo que fue demasiado para ella.
It is a punishment after all. I did not want to tell her such. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no...
Oh, continúa todavía. Bueno, ambos incumplieron el contrato. Uno por codicioso y la otra pues por ideologías. ¿Qué no diría? Por las creencias de uno.
Are these statue thingies
Sí.
running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And
Y
betrayal.
traición. Sal y traición. ¿Qué habrá ahí? ¡Ey! Sí, otra vez.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that...
Ok. Wow. ¿Qué es esto? Acá ocurrió algo bien feo. Bueno. ¿Qué nos dice Wanda? A ver.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god, the Archon War, was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue things?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain, those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants, so they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her... But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted...
This must be a lie. A false history. All of it. Don't you dare try to shake my...